Welcome back, children, to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Well, very simple. You love watching your fairy shows about little pastel ponies fighting against dark forces and destroying nightmares. Well, I'm here to give you a whole slew of them. So we dance, kitties. Let's see what we can bring to the table.
Fred,
What?
what are you doing? What are you doing in my studio? What are you doing here?
I'm doing your intro. I needed to give the children a little bit of a scare today. I felt very intrigued by your set.
Look, Fred, I can't have you. Why are you even. I miss him too.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel the same without the boss.
So, Fred, why are you here? Really?
I was just wondering. Feel like doing a Nightmare on Elm Street fanfic today?
Well, of course. I had plans on doing that as a small tribute to Wes.
Very well then. I hope you enjoy, because I think this one might be up your alley.
Thanks, Fred. Talk to you later. Oh, and by the way, Jason's still better! I knew that would get him. Although, I had this feeling that might come back to bite me on the rump later. Anyway, like Fred said, welcome back to Fandom Fridays. So, let's check out A Brother's Nightmare by Ghostwriter from here at the Treeberry Memorial Library! A Brother's Nightmare by Ghostwriter. Chapter 1. An Argument and Vision. Sam and Dean Winchester pulled out of the parking lot of another nameless hotel. They got the keys for the room, grabbed their stuff, and walked to the room.
I'm gonna hit the sack,
Dean stated. Okay, I'll be there in a sec. Sam responded. Dean went to bed. Sam waited until he heard the familiar sounds of his brother sleeping. Then, he dug around his knapsack until he found what he was looking for. He pulled out a pill and swallowed it dry. Then he put the bottle back and joined his brother. The next morning, Sam woke up to a gun being cocked. With a gasp, Sam jerked back into bed and looked around, eyes wide.
Whoa, easy, Tagger. I was just doing a little maintenance.
Dean chuckled. Dude, warn a person, Sam grumbled.
So, how's your sleep?
Good, Sam answered.
No nightmares?
Dean questioned. No nightmares, Sam responded.
Well, good. You deserve some rest.
Dean approved. Sam masked a small smile. Then, he grabbed some clothes and headed for the shower. While Sam was busy, Dean went about his gun maintenance. When he was done with his stuff, he went over to Sam's bag. Opening it, the hunter was confused when he didn't see any weapons.
What the?
He asked in confusion. He rummaged through the bag. Then, he came across a small pill bottle.
What the heck is this?
He asked himself. He rotated the bottle until it showed the name.
Sam Winchester. Hypnosil. Prescribed by Dr. Hempsey Thompson. He read. What the? Why is Sammy taking something called Hypnosil?
He wondered. Just then the door opened, and Sam came out clad in jeans and in the process of putting on a shirt. All you girls out there, here's your man service.
Oh, girl. Sammy, what is this, and why are you taking it?
Dean demanded, holding out the bottle. You went through my things? Sam questioned.
I was doing some maintenance. Thought you had some stuff that needed to be checked.
Dean responded.
Now, you going to tell me what is this stuff or what it's not?
Or not, he continued. Not! Sam responded, snatching the bottle away.
Sammy?
Dean said repulsively. Look, Dean, what I do or don't do to help me sleep is none of your business. Sam growled, throwing the container to his bag and zipping it up.
And if you run out of stuff?
Dean questioned. Nancy and I have had a long-standing arrangement, Sam responded.
Nancy?
Dean repeated.
You're on a first-name basis with your doctor?
Nice job. Why don't you just back off, Dean? Sam shouted. Dean's jaw dropped in surprise. He'd never seen his brother so tussy before. Must never have seen seasons 6 through 11. Hey-oh! What was wrong with him? Why was taking some kind of pill a big deal? The younger hunter averted his gaze. He didn't know why Dean wanted hypnosil, why Nancy had prescribed it to him long term. He knew that if he told, his older brother would think he was weak. He couldn't take care of himself, but it was safer that way. This way, he was able to sleep and not be bothered by any nightmares. Dean stared at his brother, feeling frustrated. He didn't understand why Sammy was being so sensitive, why he was being so evasive about this pill. Forget it, I'm just going to grab something to eat, Sam stated as he pulled out a wad of bills.
Yeah, okay.
Dean agreed. Sam left the hotel and headed for a fast food restaurant. Once there, he brought 2 burgers and 2 drinks. Then he went back to the hotel. Got us some food, he said to his older brother. They ate their meal in silence.
You look beat. Why don't you get some sleep?
Dean suggested as he booted up the laptop. Out of the corner of his eye, the older brother saw his younger brother take out the pill bottle and took one of the contents.
You still need those?
He asked. Drop it, came the response. With a sigh, he did as he told. Sam lay on the bed, closing his eyes and lulling himself to sleep. Sam looked around. Where was he? He didn't recognize his surroundings. It seemed to be some kind of hospital. Then he saw the sign. Greenwood Hospital. Then, the sign for New Jersey. There was a boy sleeping on the bed. Then he became aware of another presence. He watched as the figure materialized and headed for the boy. It was wearing a dirty brown hat and a dirty green and red sweater. As the figure's hand moved downward, Sam caught sight of 4 silver knives. No! Sam bolted up, heart pounding. Dean turned around in surprise.
What is it? We gotta go! We gotta go now!
The younger Winchester cried. Dean watched as Sam gathered his belongings, unnerved by the extreme agitation of his younger brother. The older man quickly moved into action. He grabbed his gear and followed the brother to the Impala. Then, the older Winchester got into the driver's seat. For it! His little brother ordered.
Where are we going?
He wondered. New Jersey, Greenwood Hospital, was the clipped response.
Why?
Dean questioned. Monster, Sam answered shortly.
What kind?
Dean asked. Dream, Sam told him.
What do you mean?
Dean wondered. Sam didn't whisper, but began humming.
Dude, cut it out.
Dean snapped. Sam shut up, and the rest of the ride was silent. Chapter 2. Familiar Rhyme. Hours later, the boys passed the welcome sign for New Jersey. As soon as they did, Sam was on his cell phone, trying to find the right Greenwood Hospital. Hello? Yes, my name is Chris Keller with the State Board, and I was told to check out some strange happenings at Greenwood Hospital, but I'm having trouble finding the right one, Sam said. Dean stared at Sam. He didn't get it. Usually the kid had trouble with lying to people, but now he was doing it as if it was second nature. Then Sam spoke up again. Really? Greenwood Psychiatrist Hospital? Would it be all right if my colleague and I stepped by? Dean listened as his brother took some attentive notes. He wished Sammy would just tell him what was going on. What were they hunting? Why was he so tense? Finally, the other boy was done. Sam gave Dean the directions, as the older hunter followed.
So, Sammy, gonna tell me exactly what we're hunting?
Dean demanded. Everybody's worst nightmare, was Sam's response. When they got there, Sam grabbed 2 fake IDs and practically ran from the car.
Dude, run up!
Dean requested, trying to keep up with his brother's strides.
Man, what's his hurry?
He wondered. Hearing commotion, they quickened their pace. As they did, they heard someone singing. Sam's brows furrowed. Was that what he thought it was?
What is that?
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door.
Sounds like some kind of jump rope song or something,
Dean commented. He looked to his brother, who didn't even answer. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. 9, 10, never. Dean saw a boy no more than 16, holding some kind of knife, as a group of small people looked down warily.
Whoa, he was really freaked. Not to miss it scary,
Dean thought. 9, 10, never sleep again, Sam finished. Oh man, I can't believe I was right, he thought to himself. Dean turned to the brother in surprise. How did he know it? Sam ignored his brother's look and walked to his teen and let him take the knife. When did you start hearing that rhyme? He questioned. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this may be the shortest chapter we have ever done on this show! Seriously, this is a block! It's a paragraph! Wait! Wait, odd place to cut it, you know! We could merge this with chapter 3 and we would still get the... Why? How? Chapter 3. Fight! And calling for help. You know the rhyme? The boy asked fiercely. Yeah, it's okay. We can help. Sam assured him. What's your name? He continued. Brian Johnson. There's no way he survived high school. The boy answered. I don't want to die, he exclaimed. You're not. We won't let you fall asleep, Sam promised. Come on, come with us. With that, they walked off.
Sammy, what was up with that jump rope song?
Dean queried. Someone I knew used to sing it, Sam responded. Dean, I want you to take Brian to the car. Don't let him fall asleep, he continued. Without waiting for a response, Sam pushed Dean and Brian toward the exit.
Dude, we're going,
Dean grumbled. Sam waited until the two were gone and began walking down the halls. Then he heard a small moan from one of the rooms. Concerned, Sam headed for the sound. When he walked inside, he saw a girl lying in her bed, a look of pain on her face. Seconds later, 4 deep scratches appeared on her right arm.
Let her go, Kruger,
Sam ordered thickly. Then he heard a screeching sound. Then, he saw the angry messes on the walls.
Come and get me, Sammy!
Sam's Adam's apple wobbled.
Why, you come get me.
He dared. Almost instantly, the hunter was knocked back.
Yeah, that's it. Come on, Kruger,
he taunted. Meanwhile, in the parking lot, Dean's around.
Something's up. Sammy shouldn't be taking this long,
he stated. Well, let's check it out, the other voice suggested.
You sure you want to come with?
The hunter asked. Beats falling asleep, was the answer. With that, they hurried back into the hospital. Hearing a scream, they ran towards the sound. The two skidded to the salt when they saw the sight. Sam was on the ground, seeming to be struggling with something. Wake her up! Sam shouted. Brian immediately went to the sleeping girl. Andrea, come on, you gotta get up! He encouraged. Andrea moaned. Sam screamed and Dean went into action. He didn't know what he was fighting, but he wasn't surprised to find himself connected with something solid. Andrea! What the heck was it? He thought. He slapped the girl. And he liked it. He jerked awake. Dean fell to the floor, and Sam panted. Then he helped his brother up.
You all right?
Dean asked. Yeah, I'm fine, was the answer. Then,
oh my gosh, Sammy, your face! What the heck happened?
Before Sam could reply, a doctor and a nurse came in. What's going on? The nurse demanded. Kid was having a nightmare. I tried to wake her up, and she scratched me. You might want to cut her nails. Sam lied. But... Brian was cut off as Sam made a quiet motion. Then he and Dean carted him off. Oi! He's a patient here! One of the doctors said. And I have someone I want him to meet, Sam replied. Then he went outside. Dean, take Brian to the car. I'll be there in a sec, Sam told him.
Yeah, all right.
Dean agreed. He led the boy to the Impala. Once they were out of earshot, Sam took his cell phone out of his pocket and hit one of the numbers on the speed dial. Hello? A woman asked. Nancy? I need your help, Sam admitted. Sam, what's going on? Nancy freaking Thompson asked! Fred Krueger's back. Back again. Freddy's back. Here he is. Okay then. I'll be there in a few hours, Nancy promised. Chapter 4. Nancy Thompson. Wait a sec. Author's notes. Gray stripes were on the right or left side of Nancy's head. Nancy had a gray stripe? Rewatch this the first movie all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy has a gray stripe in her hair. That you will want to know that. Okay then. I'll be there in a few hours, Nancy promised. Thanks, Nancy. I really appreciate this, Sam told her. Hey, anything to get that freak, Nancy responded. He told her where he was staying, and made plans to meet her there, and then she hung up. Sam blew out a breath and hung up his own cell. He walked to the car.
Dude, what's up?
Dean asked. A friend of mine will be here in a few hours to help us nail that psychopath, Sam replied. Then he went back to the hotel to wait. About 3 hours later, there was a knock on the door. Sam went to the door. Code word, he said. Dreamfires was the answer. With that, Sam opened the door. Personally, I prefer Dream Warriors, but I love Dawkins. Come on in, Nancy, he said. Dean Watts is a woman a little younger than his father, with strips of gray hair on either side of her face. Walked inside? Thanks for coming. I really appreciate this, the younger man said. Hey, anything for a fellow survivor, she told him.
Who's she, and what's she doing here? Is this another old girlfriend of yours?
The older hunter asked. Nancy Thompson, top dream researcher at the Elm Street Psychiatric Hospital, Sam replied.
Still doesn't explain what she's doing here, Sammy,
Dean persisted. We need her help, Dean. Brian's freak, and I can't fight this guy by myself, Sam stated.
Who?
Dean asked. Sam started to say something, but then hesitated.
Sammy?
Dean asked in concern. Seeing Sam's panicked look, Nancy decided to take over. It's a man with a dirty brown hat and a red and green sweater, and on his right hand he wears a glove with 4 knives, the woman stated. As she talked, Brian grew rigid as he recognized her description. Dean looked at the trio. His name is Freddy Krueger, Sam added. Dean turned to his brother sharply.
You fought him before?
He questioned. Yeah, came the curt response. Then, Nancy, I don't know if I could do this. I barely survived the last time. Sam, I'm not going to let anything happen to you, Nancy promised. Yeah, I know, Sam said softly. You're still taking your Hypnosil, right? Nancy checked. Yeah, Sam nodded.
Hypnosil? You mean that stuff I found in your bag?
Dean questioned. Yeah, Sam admitted.
What exactly is this stuff?
Dean wondered. Dream suppressant. Apparently it doesn't stop visions, though, Sam replied. Wait, you're a psychic? Nancy questioned. For about 6 months now, Sam confirmed. Ah, so we must be somewhere in season 1 or 2. Thank you. Well, that's amazing, Nancy stated.
What does my brother's shining got to do with anything?
Okay. Put down in the comments, fans. Who wants to see the Winchesters head to the house from The Shining? Put in the comments, hand raised, or me. If I get enough of those, I can promise you that for Supernatural Ponytails, they will go to the Shining House! That could be used against Krueger, Nancy told him. Really? Sam asked fearfully, yet with some interest.
Whoa! No way! Not happening! Sammy is not going up against this thing!
Dean objected, as he realized what they were insinuating. At least, not until we have a plan, Sam added.
No! Forget it! I don't like it, Sammy!
Dean protested. He didn't like my plan for going up against Bloody Mary either, but that turned out fine, Sam pointed out.
Yeah, if you called nearly bleeding to death, fine! Dean retorted.
Stop it! Both of you! Nancy snapped. This is what Krueger wants. When we start fighting, we start fearing, and his power grows. Dean, please, you've got to let me fight him, Sam said shortly. The older man looked at his brother, who was staring at him importantly. Damn it, he thought. He could never say no to those eyes. Even Dad sometimes had trouble with it.
Okay, he conceded, but I don't like it.
Opinion noted and understood, Nancy assured him. Guess I don't have to take my Hypnosil tonight, huh? Sam asked. I wouldn't advise it, Nancy replied. Don't worry, I won't take mine either. She hastened to add.
Great. I'm trusting my brother's life to the heavily medicated,
Dean said sarcastically. Sam smacked him upside the head. So, what's the plan? Dean wondered, as Dean rubbed the side of his head, glared at his younger brother. We go back to the Greenwood Psychiatric and tell them we know what's going on, Nancy stated.
Let's go, Sam agreed. They headed out. Can't believe I'm taking orders from this chick,
Dean grumbled.
Dean, stop it. I owe Nancy my life, so the least you could do is show her a little respect.
Sam snapped softly. With a huff, he passed his brother and let his strides match hers. Dean's eyes clouded, and he followed the trio out. I swear to Celestia, if this suddenly turns into a freaking Sam and Nancy ship, I am so out of this fic!
Chapter 5. Freddy.
Hey!
What? You're the only one who gets to do the episode titles?
You're right. A little while later, Dean leaned up against the wall, watching as Sammy and Nancy argued with the man, Dr. Feldman. The trio told the man everything, how the kids were being killed in their sleep, but the man refused to believe them. Look, these are my patients on, the head doctor began. Well, your ignorance is killing them, Sam interrupted. Man, we don't have time for this. Someone in here could die, he thought. Don't you get it? You can't let them die, he continued. Boy, I don't care too much for your tone, Feldman snapped. Sam was about to retort when they heard a scream. No! Sam cried. Sam! Dean questioned. He's here. I can feel him, Sam stated. Lead the way, Nancy said. Sam began running, and the others followed him. The younger hunter threw open the door to one of the doors, then froze. No! He said in fear. Dean watched as a young girl screamed and began struggling against something unseen. 4 razor-like scratches covered her body. Sam's mind flashed back. Sam watched as one of their friends, Claire Harding, was tossed around the room. No! Claire! Larry Rogers said. Claire! Sam yelled. They all heard sinister laughter and watched as their friend was cut by what appeared to be 4 razors. No! No! Claire! Sam cried. The young girl gave one last scream, then fell limp. No! Sam cried again, his voice thick with emotion. Nancy took Sam into her arms and held him that he couldn't see the damage. Don't look, Sam. Just don't look, the psychiatrist said. Now do you believe us? She questioned. Okay, say that I'm buying into this malarkey. How would this guy be able to kill them in real life? Dr. Feldman asked. How can you ask that? Look what just happened! Dean yelled. Man, this guy is an idiot, he thought to himself. Just then, they heard running footsteps. Sam, Nancy, and Dean turned to look to a group of teens. Oh, what happened? A girl asked. Nancy quickly walked over to them. No, don't look, don't look, she advised, as she and the hunters blocked their way. However, some of the kids managed to get a look. No, they gasped. It was him, wasn't it? Andrea asked. It was the man with the burned face and the finger knives, she continued. Yes, we're sure it was him, Sam confirmed. We're all going to die, aren't we? Andrea queried. No, absolutely not. We won't let you, Sam assured. Now, if it's okay with her, Nancy and I will meet you all in a room and talk this out, Sam said. The kids nodded, and Nancy led the group out. Sam started to follow, but Dean grabbed his arm. Now, if it's okay with her, Nancy and I will meet you all in a room and talk this out, Sam said. The kids nodded, and Nancy led the group out. Sam started to follow, but Dean grabbed his arm. Okay, Sammy, start talking. How do you know about this freak? He demanded. I'll only tell this story once, Dean, so you better just follow me, the younger hunter snapped. Then he yanked out of his brother's grasp and headed after the group. So who is he? What does he want? The boy asked. His name is Freddy Krueger, and he was a child killer when he was alive. After he was burned by a bunch of parents, he became a lot worse, Sam answered. I first encountered him when I was 16 years old. I defeated him by ignoring him and taking away his powers. Then, I faced him again when I started working at the Elm Street Psychiatric Hospital. How did you survive? How did you defeat him that time? Dean wondered. We burned his bones, Nancy replied. How did he survive? So how does he keep coming back? Dean asked. How does she survive? I don't know. How does you live? You knew about him, Brian said to Sam. When did you come across him? He questioned. Dean turned to Sam. That was something he wanted to know himself. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of interested. We need some backstory filling up in here. Nancy was a guest speaker at my college for a mythology class. She knew a lot about dreams. Does he just love that Sam works in a place where so many people could just come by and be a guest speaker? These crossovers so easy. Sam responded. Then my classmates started dying on me, one by one, he continued. Well, that must have been creepy, Andrea stated. It was. But at least I had someone who knew what they were doing on my side when we fought them. Sam responded. Hey, you seem pretty knowledgeable too, Nancy commented. Well, yeah, I kind of grew up with it, Sam said. We're going to die. We're going to die, and no one can stop him. Brian worried. No one's going to die. We will stop it, Sam asserted. Wait a minute. I don't approve of you causing this collective delusion on... Before anyone can stop her, Nancy lunged at the doctor and pinned him to the wall. Yeah! Don't you give us that psychobabble! Kruger killed my friends, my parents, and some of my patients, and I will be damned if I let anybody be killed by him! She screamed. Hey! Calm down! Dean soothed. Yeah, you think it would be Dean that punched him out? Calm down. After what just happened, one of his patients was just killed. She had 4 razors on his body, and he thinks they're all just illusions! Nancy exclaimed. So he's an idiot. Doesn't mean you have to kill him. Dean responded. If he's not part of the solution, then he's part of the problem. Sam defended his friend. Okay, look. If you want to figure out how to kill this freak, come with us, Dean declared. Then my patients, I won't let them leave, Dr. Feldman said stubbornly. Without warning, Sam wrapped a hand around Someone's throat. Yeah, well, right now, we're the only ones who can save them. So unless you want to continue losing your patients, you'll stay out of our way. Sam snapped, finally losing his patience. The man gagged. All right, I'll sign him out. He asked. Come on, let's go. Nancy said. She and Sam released the doctor, who went to sign the patients out. Afterwards, the group went back to the hotel. I don't want to fall asleep again, Brian stammered. Me neither. Nancy went to her bag and rummaged through it. Once she found what she was looking for, she gave a small chuckle of triumph. Here you go, boys and girls, she said, tossing each one of the kids some medicine balls. What is that stuff? Dean wondered. Hypnosil. Isn't that a dream suppressant? One of the kids asked. Someone's been doing their homework, Nancy approved. I've been thinking of ordering it for myself, the kid admitted. Well, now you have a prescription. Thanks! One by one, they opened the bottles and took one of the pills. Dean watched as Sam went to his nightstand, where he opened his own bottle of Hypnosil. He took one, then swore. What's wrong? Dean asked. I'm out, Sam stammered. No worries, Nancy assured. Then she threw the hunter another bottle. How many of those bottles do you have in there, anyway? Dean wanted in surprise. Enough, Nancy replied. Sam opened the bottle and sighed. What? If I take this, I can't fight him, Sam stated. Then again, I don't know if I want to fight him, he continued. You're scared, Nancy realized. Yeah, I am, Sam admitted. Don't worry, I'm going to be right with you, Nancy assured. Hey, if you don't want, Dean began. No, I've got to, Sam interrupted. I don't want to, but I know I have to, he said. Why, Sammy? Why do you have to? Dean demanded. Because he nearly killed me, Dean, and I'm too good of a hunter to let that happen, Sam cried. The older hunter went rigid at the amount of agitation in his younger brother's voice. What happened, Sammy? Dean asked softly. Sam sighed and his eyes clouded. Sammy, you've been hiding something. Just talk to me. Tell me what's going on, Dean encouraged. We had a bunch of tests, and I was pulling all-nighters, Sam said. Sam yawned and rubbed his face. He was so tired, but he had to stay awake and study. However, it was no use. As soon as he was awake... Sam jerked awake. What the heck had that been? He stood up as he heard the sinister laughter. Okay, freak, where are you? Sam asked. Sam turned his head to the the sound. Come on! What are you waiting for? He asked. All of a sudden, he was jumped from behind. Sam grunted and twisted, managing to turn himself around. Dude, you're ugly, he grunted. The man growled. You will die. Yeah, I've heard that before, Sam responded. Freddy tried to lash out with his glove, but Sam blocked him. Sam was thrown to the side and landed with a moan. Then he felt something slash the back of his neck. He screamed. If Nancy hadn't woken me up and rushed me to the hospital, I would have been dead, Sam finished. Dean blew out of breath.
Dang, Sammy. Why didn't you just tell me this?
He asked. Because I was trying to forget about it, Dean. I had Nancy prescribe me some Hypnosil and I stopped dreaming, was the answer.
Do you? Can I? Is it alright if I see it?
Dean asked hesitantly. I guess. Sam reluctantly agreed. Dean walked up and held the back of his brother's hair to see an angry red line across the back of his neck. The older man winced.
Ugh, that's nasty,
he stated as his brother pulled away and turned around. Yeah, which is why I have to make sure that he dies and stays that way, was the response. Dean stared at his brother.
Okay, Sammy. Okay.
And of course, we all know where this is going. Dean is going to go out, hunt this thing down, and proceed to kick some booty. Because unless he is kicking some booty, then I do not believe that this is Dean Winchester. I demand to see Dean kicking some Freddy Keister! Chapter 6. Dream Fires. Oh, why did you have to title that? Now Dream Warriors has been playing in my head for the past few minutes. Hours later, Sam blew out of breath and rubbed the sides of his neck. The rest of the group had been signed into the hotel and given different rooms. Oh, thank God Sam and Dean have been known to credit fraud. The other kids had taken some Hypnosil and gone to bed. Now only Sam, Nancy, and Dean were still up. Man, I am so tired, he moaned, leaning back in the chair he was sitting in.
Then sleep. I'll wake you up if you start having a bad dream,
his brother stated. Without Hypnosil, a nightmare's guaranteed, Sam said ruefully. You can still back out. I won't be mad, Nancy asserted. No, I can still do this, Sam responded, still trying to figure out how Nancy survived the events of the third film.
Sammy, are you sure? You know you don't,
Dean began. It's okay, Dean. I can do it, Sam interrupted. Dean stared.
Man, he was a freak. Always been stubborn,
he thought with some fondness. We'll be right here with...
I'll be right here with you, Sammy. You won't be alone,
he said, not betraying his own nervousness. He was rewarded with a relieved smile. Thank God for Dean, Sam thought. Even with Nancy here, he was still completely wound. Having his older brother here just made him feel safer. He then yawned and closed his eyes. Almost instantly, Sam found himself in a boiler room. Well, of course. He could never be original, Sam muttered. He silently went down the steps. As he did so, he could periodically hear screeching. You won't get to me, Kruger. I won't let you, he whispered. And there he goes, Nancy commented. Nervous? Sam questioned. A little. I know better than anyone what Freddy can do, Nancy replied.
So, what do you want to do?
Dean asked. We'll just watch him for a while. I'll know if Kruger's here, Nancy responded. Sam had reached the bottom of the stairs when he heard something whizzing towards him. Turned around to see what looked like the cover of a garbage can. Sam stared at it with concentration, and all of a sudden it careened to the side. Cool, he murmured. Apparently in the dreamscape, he had control of his telekinesis. Dean and Nancy watched as Sam apparently dreamed. Dean had been surprised when his younger brother had suddenly got a look of intense concentration. He jerked his head to the side. Nancy, however, became curious. Does your brother have any special gifts besides visions? She queried.
He had a burst of telekinesis, but that was just once,
came the answer. She mused. Then she yawned.
You all right?
Dean questioned. Tired. Think I'll join him, Nancy responded.
Okay, be careful,
Dean warned her. Nancy lay on the bed and closed her eyes. Nancy found herself in the alleyway. Another alley? Okay, Kruger. I'll play your game, she muttered. She went on her way. Meanwhile, Sam had just exited the boiler room and found himself in an alley.
Okay.
Now what? He wondered. Sam? A voice asked. He turned around. Jess? He gasped.
Why, Sam? Why did you let me die?
She asked accusingly. Jess, Sam stopped. Something was... the vibe. It was off. You're not her, he realized.
What?
You're not Jessica, Sam stated. Suddenly, a rifle appeared in his hands. Nice try, Kruger. He snarled, then pulled the trigger. Kruger roared and disappeared. Sam took off. Nancy turned to the sound. Sam? She asked. She gasped when she heard the familiar noise. The woman turned. There was a sinister laughter. Kruger, she said. She blew out her breath and steeled herself. She wasn't going to let him scare her. She continued walking the alleyway.
Nancy.
Come on, Kruger. Stop playing around. Just come and get me, Nancy dared. She turned around and gasped.
Sam, you scared me.
Sorry, didn't mean to. Sam apologized with a smile. Come on, let's go find Kruger, he said, holding out a hand. Nancy froze. She couldn't explain it, but something didn't sit right. She snatched back. What's the matter, Nancy? Sam asked. Didn't you say I was nothing? He continued, turning into Freddy. Nancy screamed and fled. Freddy laughed and pursued her. She panted as he ran. Nancy, stop! She heard Sam yell. Though confused, Nancy did as he told. A shot rang out, and Kruger roared in pain. Nancy jumped to her feet and resumed running. Kruger continued after his victim, but his steps were labored. He didn't know what was in that gun and why it hurt him, but it didn't matter. What mattered was getting these stupid kids.
Gonna get ya,
he hissed. Nancy tripped over a garbage can, been knocked over and rolled over so she was on her back. Freddy laughed and advanced toward her. Nancy tried to get up, but her legs wouldn't work. Nancy! Sam shouted. The man turned around. He laughed evilly as the boy approached. Sam insisted toward his finger trigger, but Kruger jumped him, causing the weapon to fall to the ground.
Nice try, Sari!
He hissed, then scraped his razors against the hunter's skin. Sam screamed, No! Nancy shrieked. She threw something at him and moved the man away from Sam and headed for her. He grabbed her and started to strike. Suddenly, he flew back. Dean looked at his brother and the woman who were thrashing around as the EMF whined frantically. He looked around as he took a shotgun out of his bag. Where was this thing? Suddenly, he heard something crash, and the detective fell silent, and the two sleepers awakened. Okay, just this once. Father! The sleeper has awakened! Yeah, I was, dude!
You two okay?
Dean questioned. Yeah, we're all right, Sam replied.
Your arm.
Dean noticed. He quickly went to his duffel and got a first aid pick. Then began tending to the wound, while Nancy held his arm steady.
By the way, thanks,
Nancy said. For what?
Using your telekinesis to pull Kruger away from me,
Nancy replied. What are you talking about? I didn't. Sam's confused and staring, turning the trick off.
Well then, who?
It was Nancy's turn to stop mid-sentence. The trio stared at each other. Apparently, someone or something else was in the dream with them all. But who? Or what? Why, Castiel, of course!
Hello, guys. Dust came here to kick some Freddy to us.
Okay, let's try to figure this out. Obviously, there was somebody else in that dream with us,
Nancy declared. Yeah, but who? Sam asked. Who would take on Kruger? Who would be brave enough? He continued.
Hey, we went in there! We went after Kruger! We fought him!
Nancy reminded him. Yeah, I know, but we faced him before. We know what to expect, Sam responded. Anybody else, they'd be walking blind. They have no reason to go into the dream world, he continued. No, wait, it isn't Cass. It's Princess Luna! She's come to stay today! Of course. Pfft. True, she agreed.
If that's the case, who was there and why were they invisible?
Dan wondered.
I have no idea,
The psychiatrist replied. She blew out a breath. She wasn't sure what to do. Someone had obviously saved her. She wanted to know who it had been. Then Dean moaned and rubbed his hand over his face. Oh. Uh-oh, Sam said, recognizing his brother's signature move of tiredness.
Don't worry, Sammy. I'm good.
Dean assured. You sure? Sam checked.
Absolutely,
Dean confirmed.
Hey, you think some psycho with a claw can kill me?
He asked, glancing a grin. Sam rolled his eyes.
Jerk,
he muttered.
Love you too, Sammy.
Came to response. Nancy laughed at the bar. Dean yawned. Dean, don't go to sleep, Sam warned.
I'll be fine, Sammy,
Dean said. He went to the chair and closed his eyes. Dean looked around. Where the heck was he? The hunter jumped and turned around. Dean frowned.
Okay, That was really getting annoying.
He continued down the street. As he did, he caught a glimpse of 3 kids playing jump rope. Okay, everybody, sing along if you know the words. All together now. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, gonna stay up late. And now 10, never sleep again. Thank you.
Okay, that's seriously freaky.
Dean muttered, realizing this was the same song Brian and Sammy had sung as he walked. He continued to hear the horrible sound. There was a rustling and evil laughter. Come on out, you freak! Something rattled in the distance. Dean turned, and somebody jumped him. Hunter began to strike. Easy, easy. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you, a male voice exclaimed. Dean stared at the 16-year-old. You gotta tell Nancy. The knives. It's his knives, he stressed. Dean turned to Wig.
Whoa, weird.
Dean, what is it? Sam asked.
I want you to draw something for me.
Dean requested. Okay. Sam got up. He got out a pen and paper. Dean began describing the boy. Nancy Watts had seen Drew his brother's description. Her eyes widened as she grabbed the paper. What? What is it? Rod, Sam replied. It's Rod. Wait a sec. This fanfic was made in 2006. Were we making the Supernatural at that point? Wait, I'm sorry. This thing was set into starting season 2, so yeah, cast won't show up, and technically speaking, for the future, cast isn't even made yet. So yeah, sorry, cast fans.
Who's Rod?
Dean questioned.
One of my best friends. Kruger hung him and made it look like suicide.
Nancy barely replied.
He mentioned his knives. What's he talking about?
Dean wondered.
I don't...
Nancy trailed off, as suddenly she remembered an event from too long ago.
He can't get you, honey, 'cause Mommy killed him. I even took his knives,
Morris Thompson said, holding a cloth out of the furnace. Nancy recoiled as her mother unveiled the 4 rusty knives. Nancy? Sam cried.
The cellar in my old house. Mom had his original knives. She stole them to me,
Nancy responded.
Are they still there?
Dean questioned.
I don't know. It's possible,
Nancy said. She fumbled around her purse, then pulled out her cell phone and began dialing.
Who you calling?
Dean questioned.
I've kept tabs on the people who moved into my old house ever since Kristen and Alice Johnson, Nancy told him.
Who?
Dean queried. I think they were patients, Sam answered.
Oh,
Dean said. Nancy got through.
Hello? Hi. My name is Nancy Thompson. You live at 1428 Elm Street, right?
She queried.
Yes, Nancy Thompson,
She confirmed.
Yes, the dream researcher at Elm Street Psychiatric.
She listened for a few moments.
Oh, really? How long has this been going on for?
She queried. There's another victim? Sam asked. Nancy held out a finger in a classic just a minute gesture as he talked. Then,
listen, would it be all right if my 2 assistants and I came to talk to your son?
Dude, assistants? Is he serious?
Dean demanded. Sam elbowed him. Nancy hugged up. Okay, we're going back to Virginia. Wow! I had no idea Virginia became Ohio real quick. Wow. I mean, I knew over here, we ended up growing a lot of different types of veggies, but I always thought we did mainly peanuts. I didn't know we did so many potatoes that we decided to make Ohio look like a sissy boy. Vic, I think Nancy got a little too many hits on the head. I think, Nancy, I think you forgot where your hometown is. Maybe if we go to Springwood, Ohio, we'd be fine. But if you're coming back from Virginia, hi! What gotta say, working with you is never boring. Sam chuckled, clapping a hand on her shoulder.
Nancy laughed. Okay, let's go, she said.
Wait, someone's to stay here, just in case Kruger tries something.
Dean realized. I'll stay, Sam volunteered.
What? No, too risky.
Dean agreed with a shake of his head. I know, Kruger, and you don't. I'll be able to protect the kids better, Sam pointed out. Yeah, I guess that's true, Dean agreed. Come on, Nancy said to Dean. The two headed out. For the record, I totally don't like this, Dean declared as they got into the car. Hey, leaving one of my best friends at the mercy of that psycho isn't exactly my idea of a picnic, she told him. So he put the car in gear and took off. Meanwhile, Sam was talking to the patients that had been signed out. Man, I'd love to sit in a cell. I can sleep. I don't dream. It's great. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, huh? The hunter grinned. They blew out of breath. Actually, that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about, he told him. What do you mean? Brian asked. Well, my brother and Nancy went to Virginia, and then they decided to go to Ohio since the GPS got broken to check something out. And I was thinking I should probably do something to buy them some time, Sam replied. How? Our girl wondered, not understanding. Brian and Andrea understood instantly. You're going to go in, face Kruger, Andrea said. No, he'll kill you! And their girl objected. I gotta buy them some time, that's all, Sam said. I want you guys to do something for me. If it looks like I'm not going to make it, you run and get out. Don't try to take him on, he cautioned. You're not going in alone, Andrea told him. Yeah, I am, and you can't stop me, Sam told her. He passed the teens, but suddenly found himself flying back. What the heck? He wondered as he landed a few feet from the floor. I said, you're not going in alone, Andrea repeated. Sam quickly checked her eyes, but they weren't yellow or black. Okay, not possessed. Sam, what does it say about your life that that was one of the options? That's good, he thought to himself. What the heck did you do to me? Sam asked. I'm telekinetic. Oh, a latent telepath, huh? I understand completely. Don't worry, hon. I promise you. If a certain psychop comes by and starts asking questions, I promise I won't say a word to him. I promise you I won't tell you. Oh, tell me what. Oh, Hannah! Hi, Bester. I was just saying. Quick, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Wait, I got an idea. Look, if you're trying to hide something, don't hide yourself as far from Holy Hannah! It's not what you think about on a daily basis! Oh, God! I'm out of here. Okay, I'm curious. What did you do? Oh, I replaced all my surface thoughts about the latent telepath over here with all my useful thoughts about sex, and more sex, and all the useful sex things I think about while I'm off the show. You get weirder every day. Thank you, Trixie. Look, you're gonna need someone to come back in there. Let me come with, she said. No, it's too dangerous, the hunter objected. You can't go in alone. Are you crazy? She asked him. Look, the last time I was there, I was able to sense Kruger. It's just easier if I go alone, he told her. No, you're taking a big chance for all of us. Let me help, please, Andrea asked. Sam blew out of breath. Are you sure? I'm not expecting to come out of this alive. I have no delusions about who Freddy Krueger is or what he can do, he continued. And sir, Andrea stated. I'll come too, Brian stated. You guys sure? Because once we enter this realm, there's no going back, Sam told him. Brian and Andrea nodded. All right, let's do this, Sam stated. Then stay close to me. Hey, be careful in there, one of the boys said. Sam, Andrea, and Brian sat on the floor and closed their eyes. Instantly, the three found themselves on a street corner. Okay, this is new, Andrea stated. Careful, he might try to separate us, Sam warned. Right, the teens agreed. They began to walk down the street. Meanwhile, Nancy had nearly broken every law to get to her old house. Yes, especially considering the fact that they had to go from New Jersey to Virginia back to Ohio. Just let me do the talking, she said as they parked in front of the residence. They got out of the car and walked up to the front porch. Nancy knocked on the door. Wait. I had to say something. What? I realized why we're in Virginia. Why? Is there, or is there not, an Elm Street in Virginia? You're right. You're right, Trixie. There is an Elm Street in Virginia. Oh, my God! Well, I'm not gonna be sleeping right now. Ugh. He only had to wait a few seconds.
Ver honey.
Are you Nancy Thompson? The woman asked.
Yes. This is my assistant, Dean Winchester. You said your son was having nightmares?
Nancy queried as they went inside.
Why, yes. Normally I wouldn't pay attention. But
Greg's had the same type of dream 2 nights in a row. We're dreadfully sorry, but this library does experience mental shutdown. What does he dream about? Dean wondered.
he described a burned man with a brown dirty hat.
Miss Harnett began. Kruger let his nails scrape across the top of a garbage can. Andrea whimpered. Keep calm, Sam whispered. Kruger laughed seriously as they hurried away.
A dirty and green red sweater, and on his right hand, knives for fingers, Nancy explained.
Andrea screamed as Kruger appeared right in front of them.
Yes, how did you know?
Miss Harnett stammered.
Can we talk to your son?
Nancy questioned.
You can find him in the kitchen drinking coffee.
Hey, I don't drink coffee, I drink Dr. Pepper. There is a difference, Miss Harnett told him.
Thank you,
Nancy said as he walked past the woman with Dean at her heels. Sam stood in front of the teens protectively. Kruger laughed. You really think you can stop me, Sammy? Kruger sneered.
Do you need help finding it?
The other woman offered.
No, thanks. I live here.
The two walked down to the kitchen, where they saw a 16-year-old sitting at the table with a mug of hot coffee. He grimaced at the taste. Actually, I was about 20 at the time. Not much of a coffee drinker, are you, huh? The boy jumped at the sound of someone new in the house. Who are you guys? I asked, standing up.
I'm Nancy Thompson, and this is Dean Winchester, an assistant of mine,
Nancy told me. Nancy Thompson? From the psychiatric place? No, I'm not going, I shouted, knocking my mug off the table.
No, you misunderstand. We're here to help you,
Nancy corrected. Help me? How? By making me go to sleep? I screamed.
Absolutely not. We know that if you sleep, Kruger will kill you,
Nancy stated. So, then why are you here? I questioned.
Have you ever gone into the cellar?
Nancy asked me. No way, not anymore, I declared. Anymore? Dean echoed. So, you did used to go down the cellar, he continued. Once. I went down there once, and I heard a terrible scratching noise. I told him. Dean looked over to Nancy, who grew ashen.
It's here.
It's still there, she realized. Then before anyone could stop her, she ran out of the room. Myself and Dean followed her. Sam pushed Brian and Andrea away. Then he glanced at the man. Kruger roared as he went down. Andrea gasped as the two began fighting. Dean found Nancy in the cellar next to the forest. He watched as he opened a small door.
Here they are. His knives,
she said. Kruger and Sam struggled. Sam found himself pinned. Brian and Andrea looked at each other. What should they do? So, how do you want to do this? He asked.
I don't know, she replied. I've never really... Nancy stammered.
Salted torch, but not here, Dean decided. With that, they walked back upstairs. Brian and Andrea rushed Kruger. The man chuckled. You're going to take on me? He smirked. He started to strike, but Andrea telekinetically threw him back. Ah, another warrior. He smirked. He advanced on her, and she gasped. He laughed. Andrea! He said. She began to run. No! Sam shouted. Brian and him began to run after him. What's going on? I wondered, seeing them. Dean looked around until he found a bottle of alcohol and salt. Find some matches, he said. They're in the living room, by the fireplace. I told them. Kruger chased after her. She panted. She turned around, and Freddy was right in front of her. Come to Freddy. He rasped with a chuckle. Andrea grunted as the knife sliced through her. Bye. He grinned. No! Brian cried. She fell to the ground lifeless. With a shout of rage, Sam jumped the man and Brian took off.
I'll get them, Nancy said. Then she went to do just that. What do you need those for?
My mother asked. Little experiment,
Dean said, taking the box from the boy. What? We're going to end this. We're making sure that psychopath never comes back, Nancy replied. How? I asked with some fear. We're going to destroy his knives, Dean responded. With that, the two walked out of the house. As they did, the hunter noticed the woman's haggard expression. You okay? I'm just really tired. Okay, let's make this quick then, he determined. He doused the glove with liquor and salt. And you guys stay away from my Freddy glove. I've had this for years. Kruger froze when he felt the dampness and stickiness on his glove. What the? He rasped. Sam grinned. Dean and Nancy. It had to be. You're going down, Kruger, the hunter warned. Dean struck a match. Let me, Nancy requested. I have a score to settle with Kruger. She continued. Taking a match, she placed the fire in the glove. Two of the fingers caught fire. Kruger roared as his pinky and fourth finger burst into flames. The pinky finger is the fourth finger. See, what did I tell you? Sam taunted. I'll kill you slow, Kruger rasped. Nancy placed the match on the third finger. Kruger screamed again. He used one of his knives to cut Sam's shoulder. He cried out, Nancy, will you hurry up? Dean looked at Nancy. You look beat. Why don't you get some sleep? He suggested. No, Nancy began to object. It's cool. I got the rest. Nancy moaned and closed her eyes. She looked around. Where was she? None of this looked familiar. Hearing running footsteps, Nancy turned around. Brian! She gasped. He killed Andrea! The boy exclaimed. And you left Sam alone? Nancy demanded. She slapped him. Idiot! You probably just killed him! She snapped. Then she hurried towards the sound of a scuffle, with a boy close behind her. Sam! She cried. Kruger looked up. Nancy. Come on, Kruger. Come and get me! She dared. Kruger stabbed Sam in the shoulder again and tossed it aside. That's it, Kruger. Come and get me. She dared. He ran after and tackled her. You're mine now. The girl's eyes widened. Dean struck a match and placed it on the glove. Nancy winced from the heat and Kruger pulled away. Instantly, Nancy felt herself being dragged away. She looked up and her throat caught. Rod, she said. I got you. You okay? Rod lay and assured her. Wouldn't it have been better to bring in Johnny Depp's character? That was them being close. Just saying. That they were closer. I'm just saying that, that would make more sense. They turned and watched as the man who had terrorized every Elm Street ever for years burned to death. Afterwards, Brian and Sam walked up to him. That was great. Dean kind of cut it close, though, Sam noted. Something tells me that's his M.O., Nancy joked. They laughed. Rod turned to her. Hey, Nance, he said. You all right? He asked. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks, she assured him. Then, it was you who wasn't it? You who pulled Kruger away from me. I wasn't going to let him get to you, too, her friend continued. Thank you, she said. He stepped away. Gotta go. My work's done, he told her. He began to walk away. Rod, The boy turned around. Hey, guys, author, you know what would really make this tear-jerking? Is if you also showed Tina and Gail there, and her mother, and John freaking Saxon. Yeah, I know he has a real name, but to me he's always John freaking Saxon because John Saxon's awesome. Hello? Vic? Hello? I'm trying to help you be even more awesome! Fanfic? Hello? I know. We miss you too, Nance, he interrupted. I'll be yours, Nancy began. With a twirling lawnmower, Rod finished. See you on the other side, Nance, he told her. Now all of you, wake up. Then he disappeared. With a jolt, Nancy awoke. Woohoo! She's alive! How did she survive the third movie? Oh, wait. I know how. Shenron! Bring Nancy back! Thank God for Dragon Balls, right, people? You alright? Dean asked. We did it. We did it, Nancy said in relief. But, we better get back.
Sam looked pretty beat up, she continued.
Right.
The hunter agreed. They said goodbye to my mom and me, then went back to New Jersey. Back in the hotel room, the kids gathered around their fallen friend. Can't believe she's gone, the girl said softly. There was a knock at the door. Code word, Sam said with a groan. Dreamfires, Nancy responded. Sam nodded, and one of the teens opened the door.
Sammy!
Dean cried, fussing to his brother. He glanced at his brother's shoulder, which was already bandaged.
Got one of the kids to help you?
He surmised. Yeah. The younger brother nodded.
Can we go home now? Are we safe?
Yeah, it's over, Nancy assured. With all that, they packed their belongings. Sam picked up Andrea's lifeless body and carried her out. Sam and Dean waited until 2 days later, after Andrea's funeral, to leave. Thanks for helping us out. You know, I never imagined it'd be all this drama, Sam said. Hey, it's what we do, both of us, Nancy told him. You just go on and keep doing what you're doing, saving people. Me? I gotta get into my life as a hunter. I've got some vague, ghostly booty to kick. She continued. Will do, Sam agreed. The brothers walked to their car. Guys, you're never gonna believe this, but as of right now, Carry On Wayward Son just started playing!
She's a nice girl.
But way too old for either of us, Sam reminded as they got in. Dean just muttered something unintelligible and drove off. In her own car, Nancy got settled down in her car seat. Something fluttered in her seat, and the woman jumped. Then she noticed it was just a piece of paper. Her brows furrowed in confusion. Then she unfurled the paper. Up yours with a twirling lawnmower. Nancy chuckled. Oh, Rod. You say such the sweetest things, Nancy murmured with sarcastic fondness. Then started the car and drove off. Everybody, carry on, my wayward son! You'll be peace when you are done. Let your dreams carry you home. Don't you cry no more. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. And now time for the review. This fic, it's good. Don't get me wrong. This is pretty good and has the basis for a pretty dang good two-parter Supernatural. There's just a few problems before I get to the good. One, I think there could have been a lot more exploration into who Freddy is. I would have loved it if, while Sam was trying to sleep, Dean found himself being forced to pull Sam's role in trying to do research, and Nancy could have helped him do some more research into who Freddy is. Because we're in the digital age, and, you know, John Winchester's got a lot more data than what Nancy and the others had. They all had what Freddy is as a human. And we could go by supernatural rules. However, John could have had more data on what Freddy was as a supernatural creature, as some sort of alternate entity altogether. It would have been so cool to see them explore just what Freddy is, what type of supernatural entity it is, and how to take him out. Speaking of Dean, I kind of wish he did have a few more bits. As it was, it did feel like Dean was getting just tugged around for a bit. I kind of had to cheer when Dean finally just grabbed Sam and went, "Okay, Sam, questions, answers, and why is my car not driving?" You know, does a few things because, well, as you know, I'm a Dean fanboy. The fact that this was set during season 2 also kind of helps the fic. More of that later. Another complaint is that, well, the grammar in the descriptions, in the pacing of this whole entire thing could use a smooch work on this little fic. Just a tiny tad. I mean, I know I'm not one to talk considering my grammar back in the early days, but I would like to think I improved a little. But there's also the pacing. Yeah, I know. Irony. I know in my story, Supernatural Ponytails, I took Freddy out in one chapter, but That's mainly because I was writing this stuff within a week of release, and I needed to get through this stuff done quick to get the stories done faster. So, yeah, that's my excuse. This was done over a period of a few months. Kind of wish they added a little more to it, a little more of the exploration, and a little more something. As it stands, excuse me, it was just, oh, we've got to explore. Oh, Freddy's attacking. Let's go there. Okay, let's go back. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. There. Okay, let's solve this mystery. Let's solve this mystery. There wasn't any time for us to sit back, breathe, and explore. Sam and Nancy apparently knew each other. I would love to have seen a little bit more of that. A little more introspective of Nancy thinking about her friends, and just a little more time to have the characters interact with each other, talk. Just spend a little time getting to know one another before we had to fight with Freddy. So that way we could appreciate more scenes of Nancy thinking about Rod. As it stands, while this was a really nice scene and really sweet, it just felt really quick to hit us go, oh, Rod misses them. Bye! Just a few more descriptions, a little more oomph, a little more pizzazz. Also, the dream sequences kind of got a little bit confusing in between paragraphs, as the bolding did not help. I was having problems trying to determine when did his dream end and when it did not, especially during Sam's first fight. Also, there were certain parts of it that felt like it was copied off of Dream Warriors, and that's not entirely a good thing, because then you almost have to feel like going, yep, see that too, seeing it. You know how it is. That being said, this is not bad or worse. On the bright side, while we didn't get that much time to watch Sam and Dean develop the relationship or talk to one another or character build, some of the scenes where we see Sam being cared for by Dean or talked to, and Dean showing off his big brother side, were really, really nicely done. Nancy, perfectly in character as being the badass. Loved every minute of it, watching her kicking butt, taking names. Oh, that's another thing I have to ask. This has been the big question on my head throughout this entire story, since this is set after Dream Warriors. How the earth did she survive? What, did she miraculously get revived by the Dragon Balls? That's another thing. There's at least two continuity bits of error that kind of really make me scratch my head. The first being that, and the second of all being the Elm Street franchise was set in Springfield, Ohio, in the US of A. It is not set in Virginia. Look, I know that there's an Elm Street in Roanoke. And I am very tempted to see if there's a 1428 Elm Street. If there is, I'm moving to Detroit. And I know that that Elm Street exists because I have seen it. I drive down it to go to my comic book store. But I can guarantee you that I have never had a single nightmare about Freddy Krueger my entire life. Nightmare about alien ants trying to take over the world, of course, but not a single nightmare about Freddy Krueger. So, yes. But since Nancy and Dean came to Virginia, hi guys! Okay, that's the last of my complaints. Back to the more of the good stuff. I also love the small additional characters. While they did feel like cannon fodder, they were nicely put in and nicely introduced, and I do love seeing the additional characters from the first film showing up. I also love the fact that we did mix in Nightmare on Elm Street with Supernatural and decided to add the Supernatural rules to Nightmare on Elm Street. Namely, the salt plus fire equals one dead spirit. I do enjoy that, and I love the use of that. I also love what to use as Freddy's anchor. I also love that Dean was in character. We got to see him being nice to Sam and being a little bit miffed. And I do love the fact that that it did feel like this was an episode where we could see the flashback of Sam talking about his past life. As I said, there are foundations here for something truly spectacular to be done. The problem is there are some downfalls that stop it from being truly spectacular. Still, pretty dang good and not bad. I really approve. So, nice job, Lee. I really enjoyed the story. Well, that's... What's that?
Hi there.
Hi, Fred.
Did you really think you're going to escape me after all this time? Since 2006, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
You don't seem scared. Why is that? Committed to your fate?
Fred, do you remember what one of my personal gods is?
What?
Do you know who I ally myself with?
Who?
Ponies. As a matter of fact, one particular pony who is very, very miffed at you.
I don't see who you mean. Oh, no, not her! Not her!
Hello, Princess Luna. Frederick Kruger! Are you trying to kill one of my subjects?
Well, you see, the thing is, Your Highness,
I remind you, the last time you tried such a thing, I was forced to bend each one of your claws in a separate formation and then stab you with them!
Yes, ma'am. Look, I'm sorry about what happened.
You will go back into the nightmare world and proceed to keep the nightmare creatures at bay, or else you shall suffer thy wrath!
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Completely understood, ma'am.
Thank you, Princess Luna. You are welcome, my faithful subject. Now, go on and finish the lesson in review. I will have a few words with Kruger. Yeah, wait. If Kruger was there, and if Luna was there, does that mean this whole entire life read's been a dream? Well, it just had been a dream. I'm glad to share it all with you guys. That was one down. Down's is where to go. And here's to you, Wes, for giving us such a great villain. Thank you for giving us all something to have nightmares about. And thank you for teaching us to be afraid. I'll see you next time.